Hi everybody, this is a follow-up video on my repair of the Tektronix digital serial analyzer, and basically I was talking to the Tektronix technical support, and they were saying that the motherboard, that's this thing right here, needs to be specially encoded or adapted or processed by the Tektronix service technicians in order to make it adaptable to the very special Windows software that will only run on this device. So in the board that I ordered secondhand, which is currently inside the device, that is, it's not working, not talking to Windows because it didn't go through Tektronix, and they do actually have some extra Tektronix certified boards in stock, but the problem is they're not willing to send the boards to me. I would actually have to send the whole device to them and so they could service it themselves. So basically I decided to do one last ditch effort here. I got a bunch of MOSFETs to replace the MOSFETs on the original broken motherboard. As you recall, there was only one bad MOSFET that blew right here, and I took that out, but if I replaced one, then I got to replace all 8 of them. So I'll be doing that. I'm going to very carefully take these out and replace them with some others. These are not identical to the ones in the board. If I was going to do that, if I was going to buy identical MOSFETs, I'd have to order straight from China, but got some from DigiKey. This particular part number here is a very good equivalent to what's in the board. And just to prevent any more vias from being pulled up, like I pulled up the via right here when I removed that transistor, that was on account of the via, the solder joint, not being heated up enough. I got myself a whopper of a soldering iron, a 45 watt vintage Unger soldering iron here, and in fact it's so powerful that I have it hooked up to a variac here to tune it down a little bit because it gets really hot. Okay, gonna try to put some extra solder on here, build up a nice blob, get that all heated up, and the pins themselves, they're a little bent, so I'm going to try to bend them back, but that's going to be a bit of trouble there. So see if I can grab a hold of the MOSFET with those pliers, and this is one that was damaged. I can just feel the plastic package is cracking, falling apart as I hold on to it with the pliers. Very gently wiggle it back and forth, and looks like I got it out without yanking out any more vias. I think the vias are still in place. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So I'm going to do all the other 8. The other 6 that are still on the board, and pop the new MOSFETs in. Okay, I got those transistors soldered in, and took a long time. The hardest part was trying to get the one transistor soldered into the one slot with the via missing, but I got that done. But you can see there's still a hole there because I took out that transistor and then I took out the other one because there was a resistance that I measured in between the gate and the drain. It was about 120 ohms. All the other ones, there's a pair right here. This pair was good, that pair was good, that pair was good, infinity ohms on the ohm meter between gate and drain, and but these two guys between gate and drain I was measuring 120 ohms, so I took out one of them, and then it went up to like 500 ohms between the gate and drain, so I took out the other one, and I was down to 110 ohms or something like that, and 150 ohms at one point, depending on how much solder I had taken out. But basically, I guess there must be some problem with that via. It's maybe the solder is making contact with a trace that's inside one of the layers on the board. I don't know. So this board is pretty much screwed, and since I've got nothing to lose with this board, there's one more trick that I'm going to try to make this DSA work, get Windows working with the motherboard, but I'll save that for next time. See you later.